over here at Platte Valley Martial Arts at Saratoga, Wyoming. We just got in today. My son graduated yesterday, so I couldn't have made it in during the week like I planned. But Roy's here doing a seminar right now. I'm not taking part in it because I'm preparing for my demo, which is about 2.5 hours away. I'm super excited about it. It's kind of one of those things where it'll be a relief to get it over with. I feel really good, and I think it's going to be really special, and I'm super proud to be a part of the affiliation and be able to do this and be able to display my creativity in front of some familiar faces and some new faces. It's going to be fun. I'll see you in a bit. Hey, what's happening, guys? So it's the morning after my demo, and I'm here still in Saratoga, Wyoming. I'm staying at the Silver Spur Lodge, which is hosted by my friend Nick Hatterline of Platte Valley Martial Arts. And I'm gonna have more about the demo as once I get my footage put in and everything I can share. And the video comes out probably in a couple weeks. But needless to say that I appreciated all the love that was there. It was the energy was awesome, but it was one of the hardest things that I've ever done. I thought that I was in shape, and this is only 300 feet higher than where I'm coming from in Cheyenne. But so now we're gonna stay in town for a little bit and go to downtown Saratoga. We're gonna hit up Platte Valley, the open mat. Well, but first we're gonna go to a breakfast that's hosted by one of my friends, Patrick Farmer, and then we're gonna hit up the open mat. Hopefully it's not a bad idea to do that before the open mat, but we're gonna do the open mat, and then we're gonna hit up the hot springs, probably the Hobo Hot Springs, and then just kind of hang out in town for a little bit, and then we're here till tomorrow. So I got some drones to fly around because it's a beautiful. This is a beautiful side of Wyoming that we don't get to see, being that we're in Cheyenne. It's all flat. But again, I will post more about my demo.
happening? So, I just want to talk a little bit now that my demo was all done. The trip to Saratoga was awesome. You know, it was kind of a whirlwind because I had to drive up the day of, and it was a 700 feet difference from where we came from to where we ended up doing the demo, and I definitely felt it. So during the demo, basically as it started, I had some issues last year in Saratoga with the altitude, and I was hoping not to repeat that. But it did kind of, but not in the way that I thought it would, because last year I was getting little heart palpitations and stuff, and I was super afraid that would happen during, you know, my demo, or at least during the rolls. I ended up buying a oxygen can just to see if that would work. I didn't know if it would or not, but I thought, what the hell, right? So my demo started at 1, and as soon as I started the demo, probably 2 techniques in, I was winded. I was starting to get winded, it should say. So I had to, you know, tell my son to slow it down, because maybe I was thinking I was going too fast, and I wanted to repeat the tempo of my brown belt demo. But looking at my brown belt demo now, I think it was a little too slow and too technical, if you know what I mean. So I had to basically, we tried to slow it down, but it didn't. We didn't. I knew I was super worried about a few of the techniques, especially my first combo, it not working out right, because the day before we had some issues, you know, no other time before, but the day before we had issues, like, you know, with this certain technique, and it gets super frustrated because there was no going back. So luckily I had at least 7 of every positional, and I had 14 combos, so that way if I felt bad about one, I wasn't sure that I would be able to just skip it. So anyways, I started feeling really winded from the beginning. And so we had to start pacing it and slowing down and taking little breaks between. The other thing was that is on a judo, or a spring floor. So it's a judo school, and they had the spring mats. So you would literally, every time I threw my son or did a technique that required him to be thrown, he literally bounced away 3 to 6 inches. So I had to compensate for that. But either way, I was using that first problem technique, I should say, as a gauge. And when I hit it, it was pretty much smooth. Everything was smooth from then on. You know, I'm super critical of myself, so there are moments in there that things didn't go as smooth as when I was practicing it here. And I thought that, you know, just being critical and a perfectionist, that I was really upset at myself, because I felt like everybody saw it, was seeing these things, and it wasn't in my head how it should have went. But on video, as I'm watching it, it's not, you can't see it, you know, it's all, you know, so I stopped trying to be as hard on myself. But anyways, as we were going through, and we finally got through the grand finale, which was my 13th or 14th combo, and I think it had anywhere from 20 to 18 submissions in it. And it was just more for like a fun thing to kind of to do at the end. And I was done. I was tired from, you know, I was winded. I knew that the rest of this is going to be rough, because I still had to do, you know, 20 minutes or more of rolling. So, and I know, you know, the way it looks, man, I felt I did horrible. I was just tired. I got about a 3-minute break between my demo and one of my live rolls. And my first roll was with Devin from South Dakota, and we're roughly the same size. I probably had him about 10 pounds, maybe, I don't know. But it just, the first minute was good. After that, energy was just gone and zapped. And he pretty much had his way with me. Pretty much everybody did, you know. And then that one was done. Got another 3 minutes. I'm sucking air like nobody's business, and I had to run to the cans to try to get these oxygen cans, which they helped for the first minute or two, but after that, the energy was just zapped. So next I had to roll with Chris's son, who's a 24-year-old brown belt, and he got a 215, 220, and he just mauled me as well. Super technical. He just mauled me. That day I just had no energy. So then I got to roll with his dad, and then his dad. We had fun. It was a funner roll because we have similar games, and I did have a lot more energy. I was trying to pick up my pace and not show that I was so tired, but it was hard. And he mauled me. And then came the big boss man. I had to roll with Roy, and gosh, it just say I felt like a white belt all over again. No, and that wasn't my normal roles. I was feeling really upset at myself for not doing better. And I felt that that was not how I roll. And I think we did probably a little over 5 minutes. So we did 3 after he submitted me a whole bunch of times. I felt him submitting me and letting go and doing things just to see what I would do. And the last roll, he said, "This is your roll," like he does, because it's your time to be able to submit him. And so it is how it is. And I know people are gonna be like, heel hooks and gi. Well, we do that in this affiliation. So I ended up with a half guard, and I jumped into a heel hook to finish it. And it was probably one of the hardest things that I've ever done. That altitude got me, but I got through it. I was sweating like nobody's business. And at the end of the day, when you're sitting there, and he's check out the brown belt, you get your black belt, and you put it on. There was not much I could do from stopping my face from about to cry, because this was a long time for me. A lot of work put in for me, 6 days a week, 3 hours a day, for 11 and a half years. And so then you get to turn around and talk to everyone. And I just tried then. I was like, man, I'm gonna bust out crying. So I had to suck it up and do my little speech, and it was done. And I pretty much wore that belt for 5 minutes. And then pretty much yesterday or 2 days ago was the first time I actually got to wear the belt, the black belt. And I'm gonna say, it's not a magic switch. I don't feel any different. I just know that I am the white belt of black belts, and then I have a long road to go, and I want to continue to improve. And if you guys like the content, please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.